Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this video we are going to check out Polygon's price chart. And if you remember, in the previous update we were right in here and I was saying, look, in Polygon this move on the downside seems to be very slow and choppy, which is a beautiful bullish sign indicating our move up is actually going to continue. And I said this is kind of a beautiful head and shoulder structure, which again suggests maybe this point in Matic is actually our final low and we can continue our move on the upside. So what happened? We did continue our move up, and this was like much more stronger than what I initially thought it was going to be. Now let's go around here and I'm going to tell you why am I now much more bullish than before in Polygon. Excuse me. Okay, so you see, if you want to say we're going to have our final low around this region, let's say this is like a very important support, then okay, off of the lowest low, you need to be able to find a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave impulsive structure on the upside. Now, when you are right in here, you can also consider the possibility of having maybe just a 3-wave movement, an ABC zigzag, which is actually a bearish pattern suggesting from here we can get a move down. But there is a way to identify kind of which possibility most likely is going to happen when you are right in here. And pay attention, in an ABC zigzag, usually wave C in terms of how strong is it going to be and also in terms of its momentum is kind of very similar to our wave A. However, in an impulsive structure, wave 3 is quite a strong one and is definitely much bigger than our wave 1. Why is this so important? Let's go on the live chart and see what is happening. And if you remember, the idea in Polygon was that maybe this is 1, this is 2, and I said if this is happening, well, okay, we are going to get a continuation of the move up into wave 3, 4, 5. And pay attention, this is a very strong move up, which again, if you remember earlier, we said is a characteristic of a wave 3 correction for 4 and another move up into wave 5. And sure, you can still consider the possibility of starting from here, having an ABC zigzag in Polygon, but I think we can all safely assume that that is not going to be anybody's primary scenario. From this point moving forward, I am going to talk bullish in Polygon with a hell of a lot of more confidence because this move definitely has all the right characteristic of a huge wave 3. Let's just go on 15-minute time frame. And okay, so first question, why is it that we are getting a reaction in this area? That's because this is kind of a daily time frame area of supply, and that's why we got some sort of a move down here. Question is this reaction going to be a strong one? And for example, from here, we're going to get like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in order to start a new downtrend, or maybe this is going to be just a temporary rejection and then soon we are going to get a move up and break this level. Well, I'm going to tell you what is my primary scenario, and it's actually this one. Why is that? Let's just go around here. Okay, so here's the deal. I believe this is from this point a 1, 2, 3 correction for another move on the upside into wave 5, which on a higher degree, it might be into a wave 3. And this actually, yes, I think is an ABC expanded flat into 4 and another very strong and extended move up into wave 5. And let's change the color of this one to red. At this point, right around here, you can say this red 5 wave up is, you know the deal, into this wave 3, and the current move down that we are having in Polygon most likely is a correction for 4, and then we're going to get another big move up into wave 5. And in this move, I fully expect Polygon to get a break of this level. And what is the next target for it going to be? It's actually right around this unbelievably, now I'm gonna say, important resistance area, which is from weekly and daily time frame at the same time, and the lower band of it is about 29.5 and the higher band of it is around 33 cents. So from the current point in Polygon, I'm expecting at least another 30 to even 40% move on the upside in order to get here, and then we will make new updates and see where are we going to go from there. And for example, at that point, are we able to identify some bullish signs indicating that we're going to get actually a break of this level and continue our move up for quite some time, which will be incredible? Or maybe are we going to get from here at least a temporary rejection and start a deeper corrective movement on the downside. That for now is not really the point. The point is I do not believe in the short term our move up in Polygon is over. And let's actually go on 5-minute time frame. And by the way, I want to be very clear, in my own time I usually do not go on such lower time frames, okay? But this is for the sake of educational purposes, so I'm thinking it's fine. Okay, I think you can absolutely argue this is 5-wave down, this is correction up, and this can be another impulse on the downside. And if from the current point or maybe a bit lower, you see a move up in Polygon in order to take this important high about, let's say, 25.5 cents. At that point, you can say this is a beautiful ABC zigzag, a correction, and generally not an impulse from the highest side in here about 27 cents, meaning this move up in Matic most likely is not over yet. And also, if you see a move up something like this at that point, well, I don't know about you guys, to me this is going to look a hell of a lot like a beautiful head and shoulder structure, which usually happens when our move down is going to end. So for now, overall, one way or the other, in Polygon, it seems like that we are having just a simple corrective movement. And the reason that we are having it is because this is a daily time frame area of supply. However, I do not believe that we are going to get a very strong rejection from this level. And soon, in my primary case, I'm going to say our correction for wave 4 is going to come to an end, and you're going to see another strong move up into this wave 5, maybe another 30 to even 40% move. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Polygon's price charts. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and loved ones. Goodbye.